And as far as cleaning it goes, one thing you don't want to do, especially with wood decks, is use sodium hypochlorite. That would be bleach. In any type of concentration. What the bleach does is actually breaks down the lignin in the wood. The lignin is the glue that holds the fibers together. So if you use enough of that over a period of time, especially on older decks, you see the grooving. Well, you're seeing the fibers, but you're seeing the valleys of the groove. That's the lignin that's actually holding it together, and it's getting chewed away by the sodium hypochlorite.
So Billy Mays is wrong then?
No, he's used, that's a different, this oxygenated bleach, which is not...
That's okay?
Yes, that's fine.
I have used OxyClean on it.
You can. Even detergents are fine, but anything that has a bleach-based product to it, don't use it. Now, mind you, there's a product called that's used for stripping called sodium hydroxide. That is a material that's used for removing stains and paints and coatings and sealants, that type of thing that you could use if you go to like Sherwin-Williams or any type of store, if you're looking to remove a stain or sealant. And let me backtrack a little bit. If you don't know if there's a sealant on your wood, let's say you just bought the house, that deck's kind of old, and you don't know if it needs to be stripped, if you will, put some water on it. If the water does not drink in like it should because wood is absorbent, then you know you have a sealant in the wood. You need to lift that out of there before you put a stain or sealant on. That's really important. So if that's the case, you can use a sodium hydroxide based cleaner combined stripper that will actually not only clean the wood, but will remove any of those stains or sealants out of the wood before you do that. And before you put the stain or sealant down, after you wash it off with a power washer, and again, let's talk about power washing. You've used a power washer, haven't you, Tom?
I have.
People want to go out and get those 3,000, 5,000 PSI pressure washers. That's the worst thing.
Chew the wood right up.
Yeah, you do.
I chew the wood right up on my own deck.
1,500 to maybe 2,000 PSI max is all you need to use with an adjustable fan spray nozzle tip. You don't want to use a zero tip.
No.
You'll be writing your name in the wood.
That's
right.
That's not a good thing.
No.
So you want to be able to use something to clean that deck off after you've cleaned it using a good cleaner, a good chemical cleaner. Remove like the simple mold and mildew, moss, that type of thing, or removing the stains or the sealers with the stripper. After you've done that and washed it off, you want to follow up by using a brightener. And usually brighteners are made of either an oxalic acid-based cleaner, brightener, excuse me, or citric acid. I believe in using the citric acid because oxalic acid is a little more harsh. It's not as chemical friendly. So use that, let it soak in for about 15, 20 minutes, then hose it off. You don't need to pressure wash it again. And really rinse it thoroughly because if you leave the acid in the wood, the acid will do more harm, and the stain or sealer won't adhere to the wood as properly.
Right.
So do that. Let it dry for about 48 hours before you put down your stain or sealant at that point.